Hey guys, me again. Uh, Gemma is literally the gift that keeps on giving. I tried to steer clear of it, but what's the point? I'm back again to talk about the fallout of the tweet she put out against the couple involved in the Lidl advertising campaign. September the 7th, former newspaper journalist Gemma tweeted the ad, the little ad, commenting German dump, Little Ireland gaslighting the Irish people with their multicultural version of the Rhines, killing no one, resist the great replacement wherever you can by giving this kip a wide berth. Um, that's all well and good, but her supporters in Barrow Street, I can guarantee you, if they were with her all those days, number one, they were not working. Number two, they most likely retired or unemployed. And number three, they most likely do shop in Aldi or Lidl because it's what they can afford. And I can guarantee you, with the rent the way it is in Dublin and the like, uh, they most definitely uh, do shop in places like this. Now, that's all well and good. Her supporters are her supporters. They can do as they please with their own money. However, when you're putting a couple and their child, when you're putting their security and safety uh, at risk for your own personal agenda, which just happens to be uh, pro-white Irish relevance, because I'm not going to say racism, because her followers say that racism is bandied about too much, and that it's not racist. So we won't say racist, but what we will say is pro-white agenda, because it's probably the best way to put it, without bringing the word racism into it. So she has put out this tweet, and journalists did try contacting her. She is basically threatening legal action against the Irish Times for this. She couldn't be reached by phone. She couldn't be reached by anything to explain herself as regards this. But when she put out the email, she basically she has basically said that she will be bringing the Irish Times to court because they dared to question her on what she was saying. So she said, "The Irish Times have been in touch with me regarding outrageous and false allegations you have made about me to them. Uh, Please be assured it is my intention to take it to court as a result of those false claims you make about me are put into public domain by the Irish Times. You are exposing yourself to grave financial risk." So basically, she's just come out and said that they're false. Does she think that because Twitter took down the tweet that it automatically disappeared and never happened? That is a Trumpism. She can't call this into disrepute because there are basically too many people with screenshots and their take on it, which she may see a view as being relevant in another case, whereas normal people see this as out and out pro-white uh, supremacy. I'm not going to say racism. So basically, she's running around with a white hood in her head. Um, Now, why would these people, have their? Why would these people come out now and say they're that fearful? Maybe enough is enough. They have reported it to the police or the Gardaí, sorry, but the only problem there is that even though it was reported to the Gardaí, the law of Prohibition of Incitement to Hatred Act in 1989, there have only been fewer than 10 convictions and the law has been under review since the year 2000, which means it's been under review for 19 years. Um, the couple say they don't bear any malice towards Miss Doherty. They say, we actually thank her for highlighting there is no real hate crime legislation in Ireland, and we feel it is now our duty to do something about this. So fair play to them. Fair play to them for pushing this and making sure it goes through, making sure the cyberbullying laws do come through that bit quicker. Because Gemma at the moment knows she has free reign. She can do anything, she can say anything on any public forum, obviously bar YouTube at this point, because, you know, that ended. But you see, Twitter and Facebook are kind of a lot more lenient, which is a huge problem. Twitter, I believe, come out with a comment saying, we take robust enforcement action when behaviour violates our abusive behaviour and hateful conduct policies. No, they don't. They take no action. They've literally sat by and watched this happen until enough complaints came in, and they deleted the tweet. They should have deleted the account, because this isn't the first time she's violated Twitter policies, supposedly. And I believe my first video on the Gemma Doherty thing, you can call them out on that. Twitter will let anyone say anything about anything. They don't care. And to say they do is them basically calling themselves into disrepute. Facebook are a contradiction unto themselves. They always have been. They will, the things they will delete and the things they will leave up are crazy. And I can see why people have issues, huge issues with Facebook. So the fact that YouTube did what they did was a huge thing in itself. I'm delighted they did. Now, I will say, when Gemma ran for president, I supported her here in Nina. Even a few local councillors did. Now, I'd end up going to Peter Casey, and one of the local councillors that supported her has basically come out and said it was the worst decision of his political career to support Gemma Doherty. And he's been around quite a bit. And for him to come out and say that is a huge thing down here in itself. So fair play to him for doing that. We were all duped by her, because when she didn't get that, she went off the rails. What I would hope is that this couple do go and be above and beyond and actually push through all the cyberbullying laws. And maybe, just maybe, it will shut Gemma up, because she needs to be reined in. She needs help. The fact that she has to remain relevant and needs to remain relevant through this just goes to show how far she's willing to go. And I believe that if she does take legal action against the Irish Times, she will lose. But what I would hope is that they actually go out and financially cripple the woman. Because when you take away the financial means to go out and tell everyone you're going to legally screw them over every time they take comeuppance what you say, if you take that away, maybe she will watch herself online, because it obviously means that in every other aspect of how she does things, she's not going to watch herself online anyway, because, you know, the pro-white supremacist that she is, again, won't mention racism, but things are going to need to be done. So do you know what? If it means it quietens her, just quietens her to the point where she has to think about what she puts online, so be it. I would welcome that, and I would welcome that maybe the Irish Times would follow through on the legal aspect of things, and that they do take her to court, and that she does lose, and she loses big time, and that she is added to the numbers, maybe, of the fewer than 10 convictions and pumps that number up another one. So she can count herself as an unlucky few. And maybe, just maybe, um, it'll be one less pro-white supremacist um, in Ireland with the bigoted views that she has. You know, because nobody should, no civilian in Irish life should get to say who stays and who goes in this country, like she's just done. And if she's putting her and her supporters are putting this family's safety at risk, and their child who is 22 months old, they're putting their safety at risk. Well then, it just goes to show that they're more. Well, let's just say if they were all outside Google with the amount of abuse this couple has been getting, there would have been issues. But, you know, a lot of her supporters just tend to remain anonymous behind the keyboard, behind the phone, behind something, and issue abuse like this because that's just the way they are. But the sooner at this point she's got off social media, the better. So anyway, leave your comments, leave your debates, leave your insults, because I think it's going to be a lot of the latter that's coming in. This is me signing off, guys. Till the next time.